Give it a second, guys, and then we'll get her started. The cat is resting in place right now, so hopefully it'll remain there. Alright guys, it is Wednesday night, it's 7 o'clock. I'm the Hitman. This is Track Talk on YouTube. Let's get it going. First and foremost, as always, Track Talk is brought to you by, powered by W Energy. To get your 10% off, use my code LoneWolf47 for your W Energy order. Guys, I can't tell you enough. The Beach and Peach, absolutely my favorite. Got to order more soon myself. So get that discount, get you some energy, and let me know your thoughts. Secondly, before we even get started into the topic of the night, man, like and subscribe, guys. Subscribe to the channel, like the videos. Let us know you're paying attention and it's worth doing. All right, so tonight, another quick show, guys. I don't have too much to talk about. Kind of in a lull as far as racing goes, slowing down to an almost halt at the time. But we are, as you know, planning for spring of 2026 already. And so, with that being said, last week we talked about, I believe it was the TTO2 rally class. This week, we're going to talk about another one real quick, and that is the Tamiya two-wheel drive buggy class. Guys, just as it sounds, it's pretty cut and dry. Tamiya two-wheel drive buggies, a couple different upgrades you can do, like bearings and so forth. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. If it's not a burp, it's a yawn. I might be boring myself at this point, so. But, you know, two-wheel drive buggies, bearings instead of bushings. It can be a torque-tuned or a speed-tuned Tamiya motor. There's really only about a mile-an-hour difference in those, and that's really going to depend on your preferences for exiting a corner, quite honestly, whether you want more torque or more speed. Guys, this is one of those box stock classes. We're going to have some fun with it. We're going to make it nice and simple for people to get in on the lesser or cheaper price point as far as cars go. Race some off-road rally style or not rally cross style racing and have a good time. Speaking of which, have fun with it, guys. Don't, within the rule set, you can have some fun. You don't necessarily have to stick to the status quo. Like this here Grasshopper that belongs to Mike. Just so happened to have a body lying around, so I stuck it on here for him. Still got to trim the towers for the body posts and whatnot, but have some fun with it, guys. Some of you have seen my my Tamiya Wild one that I slammed a Monster Beetle body onto, cut and pasted that thing together so that it would work. It's going to be a good time. Have some fun, rip some laps with some cars that are fairly equal across the board, because they're all going to be box stock. They're all going to be running the same motors. There's really not an advantage to gain there, especially with some of the older style kits, and or because it's Tamiya, just the kits in general, where your gearing is going to be quite limited and so forth and so on, which is a good thing, because again, that puts a nice equal playing field out on the track, and we have some fun racing, turning laps and having some laughs. So Mike will be there in the Gansett rig. He'll be trying to rip those laps together as well, and I'll be there with my Monster Beetle smash thing together, and hopefully you guys will join us with that. Again, guys, there's not a ton you can do in the class. I mean, you can upgrade your shocks if you want to. Motors are pretty cut and dry. They're brushed motors, 25, 26 miles an hour tops. Speeds with the typical gearing. So it's going to be a lot of fun on a shorter style of off-road course. we have some other things that, as I put it together and start releasing all the information online, you guys will get the format. That'll be kind of one of the last things we talk about for the off season. Right before we get into the season, we'll talk about the format of the racing, and that's going to be something pretty different as far as a lot of you guys may have seen, heard of, or are used to at all. So we're going to do that as well. Jim Carl Neal Claridad just subscribed and said hello. Hello, Jim. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate the likes and the subscribes, guys. As I said, lets us know that what we're doing is worth doing. So please, if you haven't already, click that subscribe button, hit the like button, and we'll keep sending it. As far as the tires go, guys, the tires for these Tamiya kits vary depending on the Tamiya kit that you are building. And with a two-wheel drive off-road buggy, it's going to be a two-wheel drive off-road tire selection. So stick to what comes in the box. And again, those little differences may make a difference for some, may not for others. But it adds to that whole aura of the class as far as racing stock, old school two-wheel drive brushed buggies. Now, yes, we will be stuffing 2S hard packs in there, so that is clarified in the rules as well for the class. They will post tonight on the Facebook page at 8 o'clock. That is the Wolfpack Racers Den on Facebook. The rules for the class are quite simple. There's not a lot listed there because there's not a lot that can be done. But one of the things that can be done, if needed, would be to modify the way that the battery box is configured in order to hold a 2S hardpack LiPo battery. So if needed, if necessary, that can be done as well. But it's one of the very few things that can be changed. Excuse me. We do have some other classes coming up. Again, we're going to announce one about every week. Excuse me, for the next several weeks. And then we'll get to the format of the racing right before we get into racing. So, so far we've done the TTO2 last week. That should be a fun class for rally, especially because that platform is conducive for a lot of the models to rally cross racing. And yes, they will catch a little air when needed, so that's going to be fun. The Tamiya two-wheel drive buggies, they can do the same thing. So different little tabletops or little, you know, whatnots throughout the track that happen, then that is going to be able to take care of that for you as well. I really don't have too much else other than, like I said, have fun. You know, if you want to run the stock body, by all means, run the stock body. I know, I don't know if you can see it back there, but my son's Hornet is back there. It's painted up. It's called the Murder Hornet. You know, it's got a little red face on it, whatever. It's kind of cool. Regular old buggy, two-wheel drive body with the spoiler wing on the back and so forth. Run it that way. Run it with a different body. Run it with, you know, anything that fits that you want to use. Obviously, we don't want to see a two-wheel drive 10th scale buggy out there with a T-Max body on it, but hey, if you can make it fit, you do what you want to do. Hello to Liam as well. Thank you guys once again tuning in, liking, and subscribing the videos. We got a couple travel races that me and a couple of the boys are thinking about going to coming up in the next month or so, within the next couple of weeks to a month or so. And, you know, it should be interesting. I know that Full Throttle has a big one out in New York coming up, the Empire State Nationals. And that typically is the precursor for your Motorama sign-ups and to the holiday season, New Year Motorama. So, for those that pay attention to those things, it's gonna get pretty hectic around that time of year again, and we shall see what we can do with it. So, that's all I got tonight, guys. Like I said, I knew it was gonna be short, and you know, I don't want to belabor any points. I don't want to be repetitive. I don't want to try to make something up that's going to end up being irrelevant or boring or whatever. I don't have a lot this week, and that's just the way it goes. So, like I said, guys, once again, Wolfpack Racers Den on Facebook. Give it a follow over there. Like and subscribe to the channel here on YouTube. And we'll be coming at you with more next week as far as these rally classes, and perhaps even a guest or two along the way. So for now, that's all I got tonight, guys. I'm the Hitman, and I'm out of here.